Good morning. I am going to Jerez de la Frontera today. So I thought I would vlog a little because it's been a while. I've recorded some vlogs, but I haven't edited them. So that's on me. I didn't bring my mic, so hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. If it does, I'll just put some music over it because it's gonna be pretty. Anyway, I'm taking a blah blah car, which is basically just like an Uber, but a lot cheaper. When people are heading somewhere, they put it in the thing. Anyway, it's a sweet old lady. She seems really nice. So she's actually going there and coming back today. So I'm riding with her there and back. Anyway, I'll keep you updated. Hola vlog, creo que voy a hacer todo en español y poner subtítulos en inglés porque Dad, tienes que aprender español. Perdón porque no tengo micrófono, pero he llegado a Jerez y me encanta, que es una ciudad muy bonita, pero muy chill. Y hay como un grupo adelante de mí que están haciendo un tour, creo. Pero voy para bueno, es como un catedral, pero no sé si voy a pasar mucho tiempo en eso, pero vamos a ver. While I was walking to the cathedral, I stopped by this fountain. It was like a little plaza. It was super cool. It had this statue on top of the fountain. There were so many birds. These arches were on the other side of it. I thought they were super cool. There was these orange trees lining this entire street, which were super pretty. Across from the cathedral is the Alcazar, which was built in like the 12th century. And it had a mosque, but it was later converted into a Christian temple. Jerez, full name is Jerez de la Frontera. It's like Jerez of the frontier or the border. And for like 150 years, it was a volatile borderland between the Christian and Moorish kingdoms. And the Christian king Alfonso X conquered it in 1264 and basically changed it from a Muslim stronghold to a Spanish city. And that's why there's the Alcazar and the cathedral. The cathedral was started in like the 17th century and took about 100 years to be built. That's why it's got like a mix of Baroque and Gothic neoclassical styles. Acabo de salir de catedral y bueno, yo pensaba que era muy chévere. También estoy andando al mall y queda unos 30 minutos. Entonces voy a salir muy, 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 muy atrasado y no sé, que ya estoy sudando, pero vale. Guys, look at all this graffiti. It's so sick. There's like a graffiti tower. And my favorite thing ever, windmills. I just hit most of the stores in like 2 hours, which is the fastest I've ever shopped. I'm a little worried. I'm losing my touch. But I hit some good stores. I'll do a haul later. But I just got these sick pair of shoes from Adidas. I was really sad because I wanted these. They're called the Puma Speed Cats. And they didn't have them. And I was like, bruh, the one thing I wanted. But I found some cool low-top Adidas soccer shoes. Anyway, they're swag. They're really pretty. So excited for those. I'm going to IKEA because I've got time to kill. And it's IKEA. IKEA. Can't skip IKEA. Guys, they have freaking pineapples. Like real pineapples. Got myself some sunglasses. Sunnies. Coachella.
Thank you, Kim. Ooh, Coachella, sunnies.
I'm walking to go to Zara because Zara, like, of course, I got some goodies. They're all on my carabiner, so it's easier to carry. Packed. The Carl's Jr. is packed, which is terrifying. Granted, I don't know what it's like. Haven't been to Carl's Jr.'s here, but it looks scary. You can't see the fear in my eyes because my sick new sunglasses, but I'm scared. Hopefully they don't. It says It literally says California burgers since 19 something, which maybe Carl's Jr.'s is from California. I don't know, but they really just be throwing names of stuff on things, which, we do too. It's whatever. I'm tired. I was like looking at the time and I was like, dang, I still have like a little bit of time. And the lady texted me and she was like, hey, I'm actually going to be back in Jerez like a little bit earlier. So if you want, we could go home an hour earlier. And I was like, yes, please. I think just because I've been walking so much, I'm like tired. Well, I'm preemptively tired. It's only 80, so it feels really nice out, honestly. I might be perspiring a little because I've been in the sun now. But yeah, I feel like obviously I haven't seen everything, but I've seen things that are like within a reasonable walking distance. I got my shopping done. I'll have to do a haul when I get home because I got some good stuff. Very excited, but yeah, honestly, overall successful day. I was kind of scared because traveling by yourself is scary, and anyway, but it really turned out to be a really good day. I needed it. That's about it. So after I hit the outdoor mall, I went to the indoor one and there was like a gajillion more stores. I have about an hour and a half and it's about like 40-minute walk. And I'm kind of hungry, so I think I'm gonna walk and stop somewhere and grab a little snacky or something. We'll see. Anyway, regardless, we got a good haul. I somehow packed it all into this bag. Miracle. It's a nice little tote bag from Zara. But yeah, overall very successful. I haven't done like this much shopping in a long time. So it was fun. But I also had a lot of restraint, which is good. I probably only bought half of what I wanted to buy, which is insane because a year ago when I was still working at Lulu, I probably would have bought it all if I was the same person. But yeah, I really just was like, do I need it? Do I really need it? If I had to wait and come back again, would I come back and get it still? And a lot of the time I was like, no. So I didn't buy a lot of stuff, which was good. But yeah, I'm really excited for my shoes. I really need to pull out my fan because it's like 80 right now and the sun, and I'm walking 40 minutes. So definitely need to pull out the fan. I might also stop and get a drink. I wanted to get a Red Bull, but I got a Powerade instead because I was like, Red Bull? That will give me a heart attack. I haven't eaten. Anyway, we'll see. Wish me luck. Flip. There's a bell ringing, but it's on this one. Look at that. Magical. Vlog. I was walking and I just saw these benches with these lines. Also, orange trees are literally everywhere, but they're all like wild orange trees, so the oranges taste like disgusting, but they look really pretty, I think. Okay, as promised, the haul. So because I had to walk like almost an hour from the mall to where I was getting picked up, I got a tote bag from Zara to put everything in so that I just wasn't walking around with a bunch of shopping bags. Not that the city wasn't safe, but that just feels like you're asking to get something stolen. So I did not want that to happen. One of the last things I bought was this like rugby polo. I call it a rugby polo because I bought a rugby polo and it turned out to be a scam. Luckily I got my money back, but I saw this and I was like, that will partially fill the void in my heart that polo was supposed to take. So very excited for that one. Of course, you already saw the sunnies. I was at Sunglass Hut or whatever it's called, and they had some really cool ones. But they were like $200, and I almost did it. I really almost did it. I said, $200, 200 euros. I don't even know what that is. Here's my credit card. But I thought better, and I went to some. It seems like kind of European H&M, and they had these, and I actually really liked these, and they were $5, so obviously a lot better. This was a very unexpected purchase, but there's this store called Primo, and it's like it's kind of like Ulta or Sephora, I think, maybe, whichever one sells more fragrances. Anyways, I bought Burberry Hero. Thank you, Adam Driver, for advertising. She gave me this because I bought this, I guess. And I like opened the bag and I thought it was a lipstick. And I like literally went back and I went to hand it to her. I was like, I didn't buy this. She was like, that's for you because you bought that. And I was like, huh? And she was like, for a lady friend. I was like, cool. So I'll probably give it to Martina, my neighbor, because that's one of the only lady friends I have. Maybe I'll give it to Alba. I feel like I should smell it, and based on what it smells like, that's what I'll give it to. I need to open this. If y'all know me, you know I have the Giorgio Armani Absolu, but I left it at home. I don't know why. They don't make it anymore, which is actually devastating because it is like every time I wear it, someone compliments me, and so I was pretty sad about that. But this has somewhat similar of a smell, but it's like Spanish. I don't even know how to explain it, but also look at this bottle. It's just gorgeous, refreshing. Very excited about that because I've been looking for a cologne, so I don't have to wear just deodorant. This was also a mega surprise. I probably shouldn't have bought this, but y'all know that I was like, when I was moving here, I was really sad because something was supposed to come the day after I moved and I wasn't able to get it, and it was really expensive in Madrid and whatever. Turns out it was stupid cheap here. It was like 20 bucks. That's even cheaper than I was gonna get it at home. Granted, it is in Spanish. However, it'll be good practice. But it's even got the sprayed edges. Catalasis. It's funny they spell it with a C in this one. Because on the English one, it's spelled with a K, but it's a Greek word. So I'm like, I'm assuming it's originally spelled with a C, and the Greek, or the English one, they changed it because we're stupid. I don't know. Catalasis. Anyway, really cool. Last and final purchase. This was like what I went for. Well, technically it's not what I went for. I went for some Spuma. Oh my gosh. I went for some Puma Speed Cats. No luck. However, I found these bad boys. They're like a clear gum sole and this like light blue suede. Messy, even though he's freaking old. But they're like soccer shoes, but they're just beautiful. Because all the shoes I have are black and white. And so there was like a green pair, but not of this, but it was bigger. And I wanted like a small shoe. Like this is a small shoe. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm very excited. So excited, in fact, that I'm literally wearing them today. So, catch me outside. Anyway, overall, it was a very successful trip. I'm really happy I went. I had lots of fun, kind of just walking around the city, getting lost. And then the mall was super amazing. I always love a good mall. And it was like two. It was like a outdoor mall, like Farmington Outlets, and then an indoor mall like City Creek. Maybe not as big as City Creek, but it's definitely humongous. It was like 3 floors. It was great. But IKEA was fun, but it was kind of sad because it's like all the homes that I've seen here have so much like character and history. And IKEA is great for like if you build a new home and you want a certain clean aesthetic, but I just feel like there's not a lot of character, and so I don't know. I'm hoping people aren't ripping out their beautiful rustic Spanish homes to put IKEA in because that genuinely sounds terrible. But anyway, that's the haul. Love you all. Make sure to call and we'll have a ball.